what's up, brother? Do you guys know who Sketch is?
Yep, that is me. Thank you for pointing that out. Look at you. I let you be in my clip. Thank you so much. Look at me, I let you be in my clip.
Big news just dropped, big allegations, and very lately he's been blown up in the news, okay?
Elephant in the room, I got a haircut.
For crazy reasons that I would have never expected. I did not expect to see what we saw over the last couple days.
Wasn't planning on doing this today, but I guess so. Okay, I'll start from the top. Look at this, open and honest. That was me.
Didn't expect to see that. Could have never bet money on it. Would have never thought that it would ever come out ever. All right? So it turns out that Sketch had a bit of a secret. It turns out.
2 years ago, I did some stuff. I'm sorry if you've seen some of the stuff.
And he's had quite a come up over the last 6, 7, 8, 9 months playing games with his buddy Jinxie.
Sketch, you're gonna jump out this window right here. Sketch! Sketch!
Basically becoming the face of sports in some sense. You know, he's got his bit and that he sticks to it and people love him.
Teams, special plays, special players. Some people give, some people take.
I would like to address the elephant in the room. Where the f did this guy come from?
You know, 19 seconds, I would have thought I had it too.
A lot of people I know have never even seen him or heard of him. Some like YouTubers who are on the internet every single day have no idea who Sketch is.
21, Cantle, Buffalo, check up, check.
Alert, Winfield,
Rebecca,
west side.
check. Yankee wagon, cancel. Okay.
One of my friends in real life said, "Ooh, what's up, brother?"
What's up, brother?
And then I saw it on TikTok like a couple days ago. This was probably in April or something, so I had never heard of him until then. And then I've seen clips, and he just came out of nowhere for so many people.
There was Napoleon, who was standing 5'3", who took over the world. It was Genghis Khan, who was short and fat, that took over the world. I'm not short, I'm not fat, but I'm just as smart, and that's what I'm gonna do.
And he has become an overnight sensation.
It's okay. It's a mukbang. You're supposed to get downright nasty. Look at me, a full-blown pervert.
And I'm quite plugged in on the internet, but it felt like I just hadn't heard anything at all from him, and then now everyone's saying, "What's up, brother?"
What's up, brother?
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 What's up, brother? You got it.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Or special teams, special players.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? Special team, special plays, special players.
Or Tuesday.
What's up, brother?
Tuesday.
Or other things that Sketch says.
No, we got two predators out here. We have alligators and we have guys like Jinxie. I'm just kidding. Not a predator. I'm an alien. I don't know. That's probably the worst thing I could have said there.
He's been on the come up with Jinxie and Queso.
Sketch, you're wasting all the footage! Sketch, turn the camera off! Oh no, Sketch, turn it off! Sketch! We have 55% battery.
Two of the biggest streamers right now, and probably Queso is one of the most fun to watch and kind of just chill, nice dudes.
Don't eat me.
Who isn't always clip farming his girlfriend like Jinxie. I have nothing against Jinxie, it's just kind of annoying sometimes. Sketch has also somehow been hanging out with FaZe people. Nice boom of exposure, he's everywhere.
How much was this meat here?
Yeah, that's not the part.
I heard of cutting corners, but you cut this off a fat lady. You didn't find this off an animal.
I've seen him everywhere, and like I mentioned about the draft, he announced the Texans' 4th round draft pick at the 2024 NFL Draft.
The Houston Texans select Cade Stover, tight end, Ohio State.
A lot of people on Reddit even believe that Sketch is an industry plant. And you know what they say about industry plants? If the industry plants somebody, they're gonna have a way to pull him out root and stem. And they had dirt on Sketch and they pulled it, but they failed. And I'm also not saying he's an industry plant. And I'm not saying that there are people behind the scenes pulling strings. In fact, I don't know what I'm saying. Seeing Sketch go on like Theo Vaughn's podcast and seeing clips of him on TikTok talking and YouTube shorts, etc., it just seems like he's a really normal guy that absolutely blew up out of nowhere and is incredibly grateful for the short period of time in which he's gone from just anonymity, having a good old time playing games, to just being a respected creator who uplifts and makes funny, wholesome content.
You know what's funny is you. You're funny looking.
Yeah, why do I pull more shotties than you?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know,
I got a different shotty at the crib every night.
I'm sure. You know, and you'll be roommates with P. Diddy here soon, so yeah, we'll see how that works out for you.
All the way to the very top. Very short period of time. It's wild. And he has had a bit of a taste of hate, as everyone hates things that do well. And with the stuff that came out yesterday at the time of recording this, or I guess the night before, a lot of haters have come out of the woodwork. A lot of content creators, specifically Sneeko.
What a crazy thing to keep secret.
This guy, Bruce, drop him off.
Slide it in.
What a terrible name, but we're gonna get into it, guys. I'm really excited. Strap in, brother. So this whole scandal begins with a YouTube journalist known as Pocketbook Philosophy.
Kylie Cox, known online as Sketch or the Sketch Reel, was previously an LGBTQ+ adult content creator.
So this fella Pocketbook Philosophy claims to have stumbled upon a comment from a guy that was experiencing post-nut clarity. The comment comes from a user, Red Warfus, on Instagram, telling people to search for the alias listed earlier, Jamie Marr.
However, in doing my research for Sketch's personal belief system, I ran across the comment from user Red Warfus on Instagram, who suggested Googling Jamie Marr HTXXX and Jamie Marr NSFW to quote, see Sketch in his true form.
And they say that it's graphic and they're, because it's gay. He's gonna go search for gay. So this guy's watching gay, and then this guy sees it and he's like, oh, time to make an exposed video about the demons in Sketch's closet. Calling back to the post-nut clarity comments, there's no way that that guy commenting on that post wasn't just watching gay, and then he's like, hey, this looks like Sketch. Anyways, how else could you possibly stumble on Sketch's past? If not, you know, Pocketbook goes on to claim that both Sketch and the OF creator are located in Houston, and therefore there is some probability of truth to the whole connection.
At the very base level, if you just look at the name, Jamie Marr HTXXX or Jamie Marr TX, that would indicate to us that this person is in the Texas area, specifically Houston, which we know for a fact is where Kylie Cox, aka Sketch, resides at as well.
I did not believe that it was real at all. I was like, okay, this is crazy. And then I just kind of been busy the last few days, didn't really care, and I was like, oh, this is funny. It'd be funny if it was real. It's kind of crazy, and then it's like, oh, it's real. And then I watch him go live and address it. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get to that. Pocketbook calls out some other pieces of evidence aside from just the geographic location of these two different entities, specifically Sketch's identity, which is his blue glasses. His trademark blue glasses. Then he goes on a bit of a tangent and talks about how since ancient times, people involved in theatrics or just actors in general would also be slaves / workers.
And in researching, I found that, I mean, the two have always been linked together inescapably. Most oftentimes, actors, ex-workers were slaves in servitude to the people of ancient Rome and ancient Greece.
Kind of a weird link to make, to be honest. It's true, dude. Wait till you guys find my leaks. Holy shit. I've been up to no good, dude. I've been up to no good. Oh, wow. Just kidding. I suppose that part's just filler. I'm not exactly sure. That's what I'm doing right now, is filling up space and time so I can make money. Watch through this whole portion and digested it, and it just seems like it's something you would write if you're just trying to hit a certain word count for like a paper in school or some kind of project, but oh well, whatever. Then at the end, he claims that he was not only doing this for journalistic purposes, he was doing this because he just wanted to see how Sketch would respond, how Texans would respond, his friends, his brands, because he's blown up massively.
I am very interested to see how does Sketch respond to the resurfacing of Jamie Marr.
Very few people have blown up in this short of a period of time and had stuff like this come out when they're at the tippity top, especially in an industry like gaming. And, you know, gamers, they're not exactly the most welcoming group all the time, okay? They definitely are. But I remember a guy back in the COD days, I don't remember his name, but I remember he didn't have a career anymore after people found out that he was doing gay for pay. And now that is gay. But, you know, could be bad. Could be bad. Could be bad for Sketch, for sure. Now, to me, I've got to say that this seems like an incredibly immature and sort of evil question to actually think as your intent for proposing some kind of information like this, leaking this type of thing. Not that it wasn't already out there necessarily, but it's like not clearly well known. He broke this story and he just wanted to know how Sketch would react. Oh man, he was like wondering if people would abandon him. That's sort of cruel. Sketch isn't a bad guy, at least from what I know of him. He seems like a relatively good guy with some he's pretty wholesome. in all honesty. So, he says it's not about shaming him, but then he just wonders about how the world will respond. It just seems incredibly irresponsible and like kind of weirdly clout chasey, which is fair, I guess. That's kind of like that's what just journalism is. But normally it's against people who are bad.
I do think that it is very important for online personalities to share things that they did online previously.
Also, this isn't like a bad thing either. He's not like hurting people. He's not a predator like Dr. Disrespect. No one's being hurt. He just loves BBC, dude. You know? It's just like, it is interesting, I've got to say. But it's one of those questions, though. I would like to know what you guys think. If you were in this guy's shoes, would you have leaked it? I think I wouldn't have. I think I would have never leaked it. I think that that's something that he would not. I just kind of have respect for Sketch, and he clearly has distanced himself from that. And I feel as though I would not do that. Maybe I'm wrong, given I've seen the backlash and I've seen what has come of it. But I know that if I did leak it, I would regret it massively. I would absolutely regret leaking this. That being said, it will come out someday. Everything will always come out. The truth will always come out. And they also say the truth will set you free unless it's a crime. Then the truth will do the opposite of setting you free, and you'll go to jail. So, you know, there's, you know, I don't know. The video went massively buku. TikTok, Twitter, everybody started sharing images of Jamie, a person that looked like Sketch. I saw him. I was like, wow, that's pretty wild. No way. The Sketch is allegedly an OnlyFans model. That's crazy. A bunch of news accounts started saying that Sketch is being accused of being a gay OnlyFans model. That's such a crazy accusation, dude. You are accused of being a gay OnlyFans model that likes BBC. Hey man, I've heard worse accusations, okay? More and more folks drawing comparisons, spreading like wildfire. It permeates every single pore of existence whenever shit like this gets released. And usually it's bad. Usually the person gets canceled. This is like a canceling sized event, and usually the person will never recover. But guys, I think we have a different result here. I think this is like legend status, mythical status that we've accomplished after these leaks came out. But before we get to that point, the OF model Jamie, who is in the videos that are supposed to be Sketch, tweeted and said that it is not affiliated with Sketch. They're not affiliated with them at all. But it continued to spread and it continued to go around and around, and I didn't believe it at all until Sketch actually went live and addressed it. These leaks were not deepfakes. They're not AI. I don't know why anyone would want to do that anyways. But it's not somebody who just looks like Sketch. It is quite literally just Sketch.
That was me. It's okay, though. I will tell you what. Okay.
And I've got to say, I feel like this is the best response to controversy that I've ever seen. It far surpasses a ukulele or apology. It's one of the best responses to anything like this that I've genuinely ever seen in my life on the internet.
I understand if you're mad.
He titled his stream Sketch of the Union, clearly imitating a State of the Union address commonly taken by presidents of the United States of America to talk about shit that's really important.
In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes.
So yeah, starting strong by just taking the piss out of the situation immediately at the start. Takes him about 2 minutes to turn on his camera, and I gotta say, he's probably nervous as shit. And we'll give you some context for that a bit more after we get through his acknowledgement of all this stuff, because it's really interesting, and I think that it's something that a lot of people can probably relate to, not being gay OnlyFans models, but just mental health, men's mental health specifically. Chad's having a heyday waiting for him to turn his chat on there saying W femboy and calling him Stretch instead of Sketch, which is funny, dude. I love the memes. It's good. It's good. He was up to 70,000 viewers by the time he turned his camera on about 2.5 minutes into the stream. We know this because the first thing he says is asking the stream where everyone was before the controversy because he's got so many more viewers now.
70,000? God damn, where were y'all before?
He's so funny, dude. It starts off by saying this shit.
Elephant in the room, I got a haircut.
Very clever. Very clever. I love it, dude. I couldn't believe that when I was watching it. God damn, that's wild. I couldn't believe that. Very clever. Very clever. Props. Massive props. The elephant in the room. Then he almost immediately confirms that it was in fact him in those leaks. He doesn't deny it for a moment.
Wasn't planning on doing this today, but I guess so. Okay, I'll start from the top. Look at this, open and honest. That was me.
So from the very beginning, he's straightforward, he's honest, he's transparent. He admits that it was him, apologizes.
That was me. It's okay, though. I will tell you what. Okay, 2 years ago, I did some stuff. I'm sorry if you've seen some of their stuff.
This is just more than you would ever get from a typical content creator. Denial, deflection, gaslighting. That's usually what we get. That's usually what we get when we are proposed with something of this magnitude, something that is this exciting for people. And that's what it is. It's exciting. It's like, oh, what's happening? What's happening? It doesn't affect me in any way. It doesn't affect anybody, but everybody can talk about it. And then the guy who is the focal point of it just comes out and is like, yeah, so what? So what, I'm gay and I love BBC. Or was gay and used to love BBC. What I did find strange is that he says it's being received worse than he thought it would.
This is going worse than I thought it was.
Which I was kind of surprised because it didn't seem that bad. I don't know if it's a joke or a bit or whatever, because Chad is incredibly supportive and he's just a clown. He's always joking around and shit. Then he drops the Bill Clinton line, classic State of the Union.
I did not have sexual relations with that man. I'm just kidding. I did. Possibly. Catch out of the bag.
He will die a hero. With a line like that in this type of situation, that is incredible. Then he gets up and paces around the room. You can tell he's shaken up. You can tell he's nervous about this. He's got such a big audience. Everything has been so crazy for him. He's out in Los Angeles hanging out with the FaZe guys, and like this is just such a wild world he's just been swept up into. And now it all seems like it's crashing down and he's admitting it. He's facing up to it because a lot of people were like shitting on him before. I mean, I didn't know what the was going on and I didn't really look that far into it, to be honest, because I thought it wasn't real. But here we are now, and dude, it's pretty awesome. I've got to say, it's pretty awesome. Not that I'm like particularly super excited about watching someone with a leaked only OF and taking BBC and being gay and stuff. I don't really care about any of that stuff. But like being able to be someone and not allow your past to just you over if you regret it, you can become a new person. You can get second chances. Like, that's the whole point of life. That's why I try to make my videos slightly different from other commentary videos, is because I don't know. I like this kind of stuff. This type of shit feeds me, dude. Not gay OnlyFans, all right? But like hope and people being awesome and supportive of one another. I like that. So he goes out to admit the cat is out of the bag, and then he rambles and goes back and forth and addresses things somewhat seriously and also jokingly.
It's okay. What else do I have to say? I don't know. Thank you to all my people that have been sticking up for me. I understand if you're mad.
And by God, I cannot imagine it. This is incredibly personal. It is incredibly sensitive material. And now literally everyone online is talking about it. There's news articles and I'm talking about it. Everybody else is talking about it. Like it's gotta be nerve wracking.
Shit hit the fan. Don't go on Twitter. I deleted, no, I'm just kidding. I didn't delete Twitter. I have been cautiously avoiding it. It's like landmines everywhere I go. And
in the midst of throwing around some jokes, he shares some moments of seriousness of how this whole thing impacted his mental health. And we see the guy behind sketch kind of shine through on camera a little bit. And it's like, man, all right, this is a real dude.
I was dealing with some addiction problems, a couple of them. No excuse there. I guess.
He says during the time he was dealing with some addiction problems, and you know, he was just low. He was at a low point, basically.
Yeah, that was me. I f***ed up. I won't do it again. I'm just kidding. Well, I am dead serious about not doing it again.
Then he says in regard to if this stuff were to ever come out, his first plan was to just call it quits, which that's not a good idea. Not literally call it quits from life. I think he meant call it quits from life.
Plan A was, and I will say candidly, was to probably probably to call it quits if this ever came out. But some people saved me.
And it came out, and he says thanks to the support from Banks and his parents and his friends, he's just kept on going, dude. And this is very serious because you can see this guy just owning up to all this shit in front of tens of thousands of people. And he says that he had two choices: be delusional that this stuff would never come out, which it obviously will. I mean, like he did it publicly online. It's going to eventually come out. That's just how it works. So be delusional that it will never come out, or something not good, no longer be a human being living on Earth.
One, either be delusional and think it's never gonna come out, or two, what's the plan after? The plan after was not very good.
And he says that if he was home alone, he probably wouldn't be talking to us now, live and streaming and admitting this stuff and making all of us laugh and like come together and not rejoice. I feel like that's a strong word, but like just laugh about this. This is great. He's doing such a good job. But bro, he's just gay, dude. Why do you even care, bro? He's at a gay OnlyFans. What? This guy is getting over one of the craziest most embarrassing moments that a human being's ever experienced in the history of all human beings. More eyes on this than so many different things, like top 1% of 1%. Okay? A lot of people know about this, like a shit ton. And he's handling it like a man. Okay? That's impressive. It's impressive. Anyways, that being said, though, he does say quite a few things that are indicative in the stream of him being ashamed or embarrassed about his past, which he's entirely entitled to feel that way about his own decisions. That's just like, you know, part of being a human being.
Yeah, that was me. I f***ed up. I won't do it again.
Whether or not he should feel embarrassed about his past or he deserves to be embarrassed now, that is up to some loudmouth individuals on Twitter to determine, not me. I don't really give that much of a Then he says he understands if people are angry at him. I don't really see why anyone would be angry at him. I don't really think like, why didn't you tell me you were gay? Like, come on, what? Who the cares?
I understand if you're bad.
I've got to say, this is one of the saddest things that I've seen in the gaming community in a very long time. I mean, the memes, I guess there are memes that are coming out of this, of him like leaving his shoes and his glasses behind, the picture of him leaving the house, the face house. It's really wild. I mean, it's cool to see how many gamers are just great people, and it seems like there's a lot more good folk than pieces of shit that have sort of come out of the woodwork here. But man, I did not expect this to happen for one at all, and I feel like it couldn't have happened to a better person with all this positivity that's coming out, all the streamers banding behind the guy. I mean, come on, that's awesome. So yeah, he's been fretting this coming out for a while, and he says that it's a weight lifted off of his shoulders. And if we look at the various responses to this situation, it's pretty wild, because it's like almost like he's making a political statement in a strange sense. Had no idea that half of everybody would hate someone for something like this coming out, and the other half would be like happy. It's confusing to me. I don't know. Not saying that it is directly half and half, but a lot of the shit online, it's like half good, half bad. Half people are shitting on him, half people love him, or, you know, have respect for him. Then he goes on, makes a joke about Kim Kardashian. It hits, it slaps, he's awesome.
Fuck it, we start streaming more often. Or quit, I don't know. One of the two. I don't know, what'd Kim Kardashian do?
Yeah, dude, I'm just glad that he had a great base of support from his friends like FaZe Banks and Jinxie and his parents and other good people around him. You know, his future must feel incredibly uncertain. And Jinxie cried when talking about Sketch, which I totally get, man. It must be tough, like, using empathy, thinking about it from, you know, my perspective. If I was Sketch, dude, I'd be f***ed up, man. Anybody would be f***ed up. It's human beings are just human beings. It's not like he did anything wrong or bad. It's just a severe lack of, not even compassion, because I feel like compassion comes out of evil, is in response to evil, but just a lack of like understanding or a willingness to understand. I'm not sure. Maybe that is just compassion. But yeah, having one of your best friends considering ending their own life because of something coming out that isn't even bad, that doesn't, they didn't victimize anyone. It's wild. FaZe tweeted in full support of Sketch, showing their text exchange where he was there for Sketch when he was at his lowest. But not everybody has been supportive of Sketch, guys. There are incredibly malicious people out there online, and we love them, guys. Sneeko! We love Sneeko!
I saw all these people who have never said a word about Palestine since October 7th, bombed every day. Sketch takes it up the ass, and everyone says, you're the best person ever.
You know, Sneeko, the guy that everybody knows because he's a cuck. That's why everybody knows Sneeko.
I've seen her fuck other men, and it's just like that.
You've seen it?
I want to get into all that.
Like,
That's fantastic stuff.
So I wanted to break this down, like, because this was imagine seeing the girl you love like
Get fucked.
Get fucked.
You love her?
Because he's a cuckold.
It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do.
Sneeko goes on a classic brain dead rant about Sketch being a liar because he didn't tell everybody that he regretted his past as a gay OnlyFans model, and that for him to be a genuine dude, he would have had to be straight up about it and not lie to people and shit.
Yo, just the craziest thing about Sketch is I'm seeing everyone's like, Sketch is one of the most genuine dudes ever. He's genuinely, I don't know why it's the new Twitch word. He's genuinely one of the most genuine guys ever. No, he's not. He lied to you about his life.
So by that basis of logic, I would assume that Sneeko begins his relationships by telling people he lets his girlfriend get railed in front of him. I've got to say that it's probably not normal to tell everyone you meet about your private life, sexual preferences, and history. Doesn't mean he's a liar or any less of a genuine person. It means that nobody's entitled to know this shit about someone because it doesn't matter. That's why. Another guy with brain rot is this fellow Bruce Dropamoff. Bruce just goes on a massive narcissistic ego rant and makes it all about himself because Sketch is brandable. He means brand friendly, maybe?
So everybody that's, oh, yeah, he's still my mans. Of course he's still y'all mans because he bring y'all a paycheck. Y'all gotta save his face. Look how fucking brandable he is. Brandable.
But Bruce isn't brandable because he uses the N-word.
You can't say though. It's not brandable.
Then he continues his massive chip on shoulder ego rant and says that someone like Sketch can be by a black and go on to announce the NFL draft, but someone like him who actually plays Madden all day gets no love.
But a real deal who play Madden all day with the green screen and sweating and shit gets no love.
He's just outing himself as jealous as for all the opportunities that Sketch has had. It's sad, dude. It's really sad. People are sad. Human beings suck. In my opinion, it just boils down for these two guys and a lot of the people that this is an opportunity for people to just justify their hatred, which we all do that. By the way, some instances of this are more reasonable than others. I think this is an irrational justification for just being a hateful, illogical piece of shit. So, just saying. Bruce continues on his rant saying that he's not mad because Sketch is gay, but because he hid it from people and didn't tell anyone about it, and that it came up with an alias. Dude, what the kind of delusional, stupid attempt to rationalize misplaced anger? Sketch doesn't owe you shit, you fucking idiot. What the fuck?
It's not about you being gay, gang. It's about you not telling nobody and hiding it and coming a whole different alias. Like you're a new person. That's not cool, bro. At all.
It's just so nonsensical, man. They'll let anybody stream. Anybody. You don't know that info. It's not like it's illegal. It's not like it's a fucking crime. He's not hurting anybody. What are you talking about, dude? Nobody's entitled to anyone's secrets. Bruce wants everybody's secrets, though. He's a little secret enjoyer. He wants to open that Pandora's box. He can't help himself. He has to know everything. He needs that hermetic knowledge. Then Bruce quadruples down and tries to make Sketch seem even worse, like a worse guy, saying that kids watch him, like his own little brother watches him, and then he's not going to be able to watch him anymore, and that what Sketch did was harmful to a bunch of people.
You got kids that watch you, gang. My little brother watch you, bro. And I'm not allowing him to watch you no more because you're just trying to cover this shit up. Like, it's okay for you to be gay.
I mean, Bruce literally just said that he was hiding it. Yeah, he was hiding it. So the proper audiences can see it. It's what happens when you're making something for a specific audience. And to really speak to how much of a fool Mr. Dropamoff is, as much as I've disagreed with some of the things that XQC has said, dumb dude, XQC's response to Bruce ranting on Sketch, in my opinion, is a good one.
Bruce Andy doing this whole like smoking a weed with my friends, with the type of audience that they have. This is my argument. This is the argument that they push. This is their mentality. Is a lot more damaging to the youth than some guy having some skeletons in his closet from way back when, years before, of being something else. It's by a basis of maybe 500x, 1000x the damage. So if you want to save the kids, don't make fucking streams that are targeted at kids where you smoking weed with your boys, doing drugs. I'm good on that.
When XQC makes you seem like a foolish idiot, it's time to pack it in, man. It's time to pack it in. It's time to stop fighting that battle. Oh, there's also people who have switched up their opinions based on the wind of the public direction, which is very funny. For example, Jake the Viking, ex-Mr. Beast guy, he was friends with Mr. Beast or something like that. He tweeted a feeling of dejection that Sketch was getting praised for having an OF when he didn't get the same reaction. And he's telling people to make up their minds. Then the next day, his tweet is pro Sketch, saying it doesn't matter who you sleep with and shouldn't have any impact on whether or not you like that person. And then he says the amount of hate that Sketch is getting is ridiculous, which is true. That is completely true. I would agree with that. Then there's a bunch of other people who are switching up from the other side and just completely rejecting Sketch now that he's been revealed to gay BBC OF. And stuff. Queso had a good reaction, and he was totally surprised as well.
Sketch something. I'm like, oh no, what happened? You know, did he kill somebody? That's what they was making it seem like. And then I looked and saw what happened. And I'm like, I don't care.
So anyways, guys, this is some of the craziest shit that's happened. We've had a wild few weeks of shit happening in the creator sphere. Dr. Disrespect, Sketch. I mean, all the drama that sparked from this really is wild. and unexpected. I didn't expect that Sketch would be a gay OF creator in his past life, and now turn into a man who's found God and, you know, has a different outlook. I think, you know, he's deserving of respect, and he's a good guy. He's entertaining, and he's very, 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 very funny. So anyways, fellas, hopefully he continues to stream confidently, and hopefully you guys could learn a thing or two from him. Just kidding. Do that from books. Learn from books.